Did you know spina bifida is the most common birth defect leading to lifelong disability? It affects over 166,000 individuals in the United States. It's a type of neural tube defect that occurs when a baby's neural tube does not develop or close properly. The term spina bifida literally means split spine. This condition typically develops within the first 28 days of pregnancy, often before a woman even knows she's pregnant. That's during the critical period when the neural tube is formed. Often called the snowflake condition among birth defects, spina bifida varies widely in severity. No two cases are exactly alike, and outcomes depend on factors such as the size and location of the spinal opening. Hello and welcome to Healthy Connections. I'm Annetta Wilson, your host. Healthy Connections is a show dedicated to exploring a wide variety of topics, from prenatal care to Alzheimer's disease. And we do so with a wide variety of perspectives, from the professionals that help treat the syndromes to everyday people like you and me who may have personal experience dealing with these topics on a first-hand basis. Stay tuned for Healthy Connections. We are joined by Dr. Samer K. El-Baba, a pediatric neurosurgeon. He's going to give us an overview on an incredibly important topic, spina bifida. Dr. El-Baba specializes in the care of children with complex neurological conditions, and he's here to share those insights into spina bifida, its causes, early detection, and the latest treatment options. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me, Annetta.
Now, as a pediatric neurosurgeon, that title sounds like very delicate work. Tell us what you typically do.
So in this specialty, pediatric neurosurgery, the physicians take care of the surgical needs of children and babies, and nowadays even babies before birth, as we will be talking today. Whenever any condition involves the brain or the spinal cord or the peripheral nerves, from the age of 0 up to the age of 18, that's the specialty pediatric neurosurgery.
Today we're focusing on spina bifida. We may have heard the term, but what exactly is it?
Spina bifida is a birth defect. Affects children since birth. So basically it develops prior to birth. It's when the spinal column and the spinal cord does not form properly. And what happens is that there will be a gap in the development of the spine or the spinal cord, leading to the spinal cord being exposed at birth.
Is this something that can only be diagnosed after the child is born, or has medical research and technology advanced to the point where you know before a baby's born?
Most cases of spina bifida are discovered prenatally.
Okay.
Nowadays, as you know, all pregnant women, they get a detailed ultrasound typically around 18 weeks of gestation, and that's when the most severe form of spina bifida, or what we call it myeloningocele, is discovered. Now we have some less severe spina bifida types. We call them closed spina bifida defects. Those are the ones we treat them later in infancy, and they do not cause severe abnormalities like the open spina bifida does.
How does spina bifida present itself?
So again, it's diagnosed prenatally. So the mother gets the bad news typically around 18 weeks of gestation, 18 to 20 weeks, that there's a concern looking at the back of the baby inside the womb, where the spine did not develop properly, and typically such conditions are associated with findings on the brains of the babies.
So what does the life of that child look like? Or what kinds of birth defects? Are we talking speech problems, motor skills?
Every case is different.
Okay.
And In most cases, there is a significant involvement in the motor function in the lower extremities. And it all depends on the level of the lesion or the level of the spina bifida defect. The lower the defect, the better outcome. So the higher the defect means the hips, knees, and ankles will get affected. The lower the defect, it may mean just only the knees or the ankles. So will the child or later a teenager be able to walk independently, walk with crutches, with a walker, or the worst case scenario, a wheelchair? Depends on many factors, including the anatomical location of this spina bifida defect. But it's not only about the motor weakness, also many other impairments are affected, including bladder and bowel control, and in some severe cases, some cognitive defects as well.
That sounds like a lot to lay on a parent. As a physician, what are you most excited about in terms of where treatment modalities are today?
I do believe the future of spina bifida care is very bright, and we're seeing nowadays outcomes very different from 20 years ago.
Such as?
It all starts with prevention. We all know that spina bifida is caused by many factors. Some of them are environmental, some of them are genetic, and specifically the maternal nutrition plays a major part.
Nutrition?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So we know here in the United States when folic acid fortification started in the last 20 to 30 years, the rates of spina bifida dropped. So folic acid, or the maternal intake of folic acid, is a well-known factor to reduce rates of spina bifida. So number one is awareness, improving the maternal nutrition, eating a healthy, well-balanced diet can lead to lower rates of spina bifida. Prevention is a major key in reducing the numbers. But how about the cases we cannot prevent? And now we have a case diagnosed with spina bifida prenatally. Nowadays, we're able to offer different treatment options. The classic treatment option, which was considered the standard of care, is the postnatal repair, which means
After the baby's born.
exactly. Surgeons like myself or any of my colleagues will perform the repair or the closure of the defect soon after birth. But we also have the prenatal, fetal and intrauterine surgical option to close the spina bifida, and this treatment option is showing significant promising results.
And this particular area, Orlando Health, is the leader in the state in helping children with these cases.
Yeah, we truly feel privileged and honored that almost 8 years ago we became the first and only program here in the state of Florida to offer open fetal intrauterine repair option, not only for families here in Central Florida, but in the whole southeast region of the United States. We're able, as a team, collaborative team of many specialties, working together to keep both the mother and the baby before birth inside the womb, both of them safe, by performing the surgery to repair the spina bifida inside the womb while the fetus is connected to his or her mother through the umbilical cord, and we do the surgery under 26 weeks of gestation. And so far
It is amazing.
So far we've been fortunate and honored to help 55 families so far.
Well, and maybe that number will go up because of our discussion today. Dr. Obaba, thank you very much for being with us and for the work you do for these families and children.
Thank you, Aneta. Greatly honored to be with you. Thank you.
We'll be back right after this. Spina bifida, it's a diagnosis no parent wants to hear, but with awareness and speaking with a doctor and advances in technology, we can help you continue to make healthy connections. I'm Annetta Wilson. Thanks for joining us.